Four, three, two, one, go. Good morning, everybody. It's Brandon Doherty, Delaware Weather Guy, bringing you your terrific Tuesday weather map discussion. Uh, Remember, I record these the night before, so sometimes I might say tonight or something like that. I mean today, Tuesday. Anyway, um, today is going to be cool and calm. 30, 40 degrees for the high, 30 degrees for the low. Now you obviously see this wintry mix into the picture. Again, I must caution everybody that sometimes when these weather stations see colder temperatures, they just put the graphic and icon for wintry mix without any basis of reality. So all I can say is when I show you what they're seeing, then you'll be like, oh, it's really nothing. It's really nothing. Then the rest of the week, you can see that sun comes partially out on Thursday and Friday, and the full sun comes out Saturday and Sunday, and we moderate a little bit with mid 40s. And then we go into next week. And of course, there is a storm signal for um, the 6th into the 7th. Now, when I also try to explain that, you have to consider that it's still, what, 5, 6 days ahead. So anything that's said now will probably be the case in a couple days. So our weather story for Tuesday will be mainly cloudy, but dry. A dry day on the way for Tuesday, and then minor coastal flooding still possible for tidal flooding. So you can see that the map is kind of quiet. There's only a few areas out here in the west that have any kind of um, fog. There's a fog warning in Washington State. Shocking. And then there's some winter storm option, winter storm watches up for the Cascades and that areas in the middle of Nevada. So really, that's about it. There's nothing on the East Coast. There's a little bit of high wind here, gale wind here in Maine, but that's because the other storm is uh, clearing the coast. So, what exactly does the map look like? Well, all I can say is quiet as she goes. Um, Now we're going to go into, let's go. Okay, this is this past weekend. Okay, so there goes the storm that we had yesterday, and that's goodbye, Charlie. All right. So here's Tuesday. You can kind of see that that little cold shot that comes down. Sorry about this. Okay, so you can kind of see the cold shot that comes down from Canada. Now this is going to drop south and just bolt out of here, but that is good. That is the system, that you saw that wintry mix in the grids. That's what it's seeing, the data from that. So my very, very credentialed opinion is this is going to be a nada. So it's going to come down, it's going to swoop down, and it's going to go literally uh, right off the coast. So, I mean, you see here is it pictured a little bit. There's a little hint there of some um, wintry looking weather, snow wise, but I would not, even if it was, it would be super weak and just flurries or wet snow come Wednesday. Okay, so that goes out to sea, and then we have this system right out here in the Rockies. Now, this is a little bit more attractive because it's coming from the Pacific, and I'm sorry, it's coming from north. It's coming from British Columbia down the coast, and it's really going to dig. And as you see it, the question is, nobody denies that this is going to be the case. I mean, in terms of up to this point, which I show you, okay, there's going to be a big omega high that's going to dominate half the country. All right. Um, but that's going to become a big player in this whole thing potentially. Okay. Sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay. So this goes into the fourth to the fifth, and you can kind of see here it swings and goes flat off the coast, and it leaves us with nothing. And the main reason is we have an upper level system that has yet to clear the coast. So this thing has no chance to round the bend and come up the coast. Also, you have this blocking high, which is going to require this thing to go under this omega block and try to turn, you know, up the eastern seaboard. So we still have many, 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 many runs before any determination is made about that. The trend has been, I will say this, to bring the storm a little bit closer, but mostly stay to the southeast. So we shall see. So far, I found this site, Mid Atlantic ISI.org. It shows our current situation with snowfall around the area. Excuse me, terrible. So you can see that Newcastle County. Now this goes over. This is data that goes over many many decades. Okay, I'm going to leave this graphic up. Sorry. All right, so you can see that we've had over the last 91, 01, 11, 40 some odd years, the trend has been a slow, steady increase, and then it sort of comes back down to reality. And 14.4 is more in line with the climatology of this area. So that is, it's an interesting piece of data. Down here in Dover, Doverians have seen an uptick from 81 to 90, 18.2 inches, to a really bad stretch where the average was 9.0, back up top as the wintry weather became more formidable, and then back down recently, um, to um, probably again more seasonable climatological um, relevance. Uh, reliable information when it falls within its current climatology, unless there's some, you know, extreme reason. But I doubt that would be the case. So this is an interesting little piece of research I came across. So I'm going to say, have a great Tuesday. This is Brandon Doherty, Delaware Weather Guy, saying adios. Thank you for joining me with the map discussion.